Hello, everyone. My name is Katie, and I know I've been absent from the live lately. So, welcome to the channel. And my husband's here to build some Legos while we're sewing and chatting and talking. And he's home now. He's been home for what, 2 weeks now, baby?
Yep.
Yep, about 2 weeks, and he has only 4 weeks left. He has to return back to his mistress on November the 28th. And for those who don't know what that means, his mistress is the sea. So, Anyway, I just want to say hello to everyone. What I'll be doing is I'll be working on part of the Sugaridoo, and I'm going to go over the Sugaridoo so along here directly because I'm behind by 5 months, which the reason I got behind is because I was waiting on backing for the project. So I'll readdress that here directly. So let's go ahead and get started. Say hi, honey.
Hi everyone. To those who don't know from my mistress, it's a joke between me and my wife.
So what are you working on tonight, honey?
Like a train.
Okay, so that's what he'll be working on. Yep. So we decided to try to do a couple things. Hi, Charlotte. So let me say hello to everyone in the channel, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the Sugaridoo thing, and I'll be working on that, and I may even it depends on how much I get done with this first month's row of that one, whether I go ahead and work on something else because I have like I'm so far behind right now. It's not even funny, and it's my fault. Okay. So, hello, Charlotte. Welcome. Hello, Samantha, Jackie, Linda, and Denise. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if there's more people lurking in the background. If you are, hi to all of you who hasn't made a comment yet. Hey there, Gladys. And hi, Bonnie. Welcome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the web page for the Sugaridoo Bernina. It's called Between the Lines is the name of the sew along. And what I'll do is I'm going to just go over to the website and show you what it looks like. And I'll post a link in the page so that you know where to go, which I should have already fixed that and doesn't look like I have. Oops. So anyway, that's what I'll share with you. Let me go to the website real quick and get the main page up where you know where to go. And then we'll start on talking about this. Okay, so how is everyone today? And post in the chat what you've been working on for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Because as you know, I haven't done a live in, I think, 3 weeks now, something like that. I've been in a little bit of a, I call it a funk. It just means that I haven't been feeling very motivated. I've been sewing a little bit, but I just haven't been feeling it to do YouTube. And I'm sorry about that. And I hope because I said that doesn't mean that people are going to leave because I've done that. I just been having a little bit of a, I don't know, I call it a mental something. Anyway, so I have the screen up that I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do is for right now, I won't be able to see the chat because I'm going to share the screen. And then when I go back, I'll read everything that's been said in the chat. So let's go ahead and talk about the Sugaridoo Bernina quilt along. As I said, I'm 5 months behind. And it's mostly because it took me a while to get my hands on the right color background that I wanted to use with my batiks because I try to use all batiks when I do a batik quilt, and I needed the right color background. Can they see the screen, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the main page, and this is called the Sugaridoo Bernina Quilt Along. And this is through Irene out of the Netherlands. This is her second Bernina quilt along for this particular style of quilting. so here's the picture of what the quilt will look like if you follow her exact colors. And she's very interesting because her quilts are they're quite a bit of the more modern way, that the way she does it. And it's always a challenge to do her quilt alongs because I did the first one, and it kicked my butt because I was so new to quilting back then. And I think that this one row where you see these curves that looks like a little worm, that one's probably going to challenge me big time. And the one where you see the circles with the quarter circle in there, that's probably going to be also challenging for me. But we will trudge along. So it started June the 6th, and every 4 weeks we'll be sewing one of 9 rows. So right now, 5 rows, June, July, August, September, October, 4 rows have been done. Okay. She also every month she does a YouTube tutorial on that row that we're doing. There's dates of when all the patterns will drop. So the first one dropped June the 6th, the second one July the 4th, August the 1st, August the 30th, and then September 26th, and then October the 24th was the next one. So the next one that's going to drop is November the 21st. She'll be telling us what row we'll be doing. And when you come onto her website, you'll see dates and links. So like for June the 6th, you see it that she's posting English, the Netherlands language, and also German. So if you speak any of these 3 languages, you choose the language that best works for you on this. And then when you click on I'm going to click on the English, and it's going to take me to another page. And this will be row 9, but month 1. And this one's called Rush Hour. And so this is what this first row is going to look like. If this is the first time seeing this Between the Lines, Cal, and you're wondering if you can still join, yes, you can. You can definitely still join. Today we are starting with the first part of the quilt. We sew the rows in increasing difficulty, starting with row 5. So she's starting us out with the more easier ones, and as we progress through the process, it's going to get more difficult. And this is the way she does her quilts, and so it definitely will challenge people who are more new to quilting. But if you have patience and just enjoy the process, and if you get stuck, and she has a Facebook group, and she also has the YouTube where you can post underneath in the comments, and she always answers those. So you can do 2 different colors if you want, or you can do it the way you want to do it. I'm going to do it rainbow colors, and this month 1, I'm going to be using different shades of yellow to yellow oranges, and I'll show you some of what I've already sewn, and then I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Or you can do her blue-green colors and just do it all in blue and green if that's what you want to do. This is a close-up of what each block looks like. Also, she talks about what type of sewing machine she's using to do hers. I will be using my Janome 6700P. Okay, so what you're going to need is 10 strips of 1.5 by 53 inches, which will cover sashing and top and bottom border. And then you need 2 strips of 1.5 by 66, which are the side borders. The measurements include the 1/4 inch seam allowance. You can cut 17 strips of 1.5 inch by width of fabric. And then you sew these to get a long enough strip to cut from. So you can pre-do this, or you can do it as you go along. I tend to do it as I go along. Now, she gives us instructions on how to do the basic version and what to cut for the basic version. And then if you come on further down, it talks about how to sew each thing. And she gives you great diagrams on how to sew them, because we'll be doing these, what you call, forgot the name, what the snowballing. Yeah. So you'll be doing this, or the flip and clip, whichever you want to call it. And this is what this rectangle will look like. Now, it has 16 of these, and it depends on what way you follow with her pattern. Like this is the standard version right here. And also one of the things that Irani likes to do is she likes to carry an accent color throughout the entire quilt top. So this row has one gray, which she's using gray, and I'll show you mine here directly as an accent block. At every row, she's going to do one block, one part of that as an accent color. Okay, and it walks you through, but she also gives you the option to do an improv version of row 5. And here's an example of an improv and how she incorporated them into the rows. And they've already did one giveaway, and at the end of the sew along, if you decide to do this and you sew through the whole thing, at the end of the month, we all will be in a drawing for a new Bernina sewing machine. I'm not sure which Bernina. I will have to do the research to see which one they're going to give away. But the last time she did the Bernina, the Sugaridoo Bernina cow, or quilt along, sorry, they gave a really nice machine away the last time. So if you want to take a chance and do the quilt along for a chance of winning, join us, because I like her style of quilting because she's, you know, she challenges you without going too far over the top. Okay, I'm going to return back to the screen. All right, let me see what I missed. Denise says she's been in a slump with no sewing. Yeah. Hey, Andrea, I understand what you mean. Have you, Bonnie? Thank you for watching. Denise says, had the same issue with my Navy husband. Talking about Mistress of the Sea. Yep. Okay. All right. So let me show you what I have done so far. Uh-oh. Where'd I put them? Oh, here they are. Okay. So I already started on this, and I'm going to try to show you. I've already done my improv pieces, but you could probably tell by looking at them how I did it. So first, I will show you my accent piece. This is the accent. So I'll be using that blue through each row. And then I'll show you my improv pieces. So here's the first improv piece. Second, because I did 5 pieces. So you just pick you just randomly decide where you want to put these improv pieces. And you notice I used the accent color as part of the improv. So basically this row is piecing. And then the next rows that coming up, there'll be paper piecing. There's going to be curves, which I will go back to. I should go back to the webpage and show you guys the other rows that's already been released. Would y'all like to see the other rows that have already been released? Okay, let me see what everybody's saying. Charlotte says, I've been working on rope bowls and zipper pouches. Have a bazaar on November the 16th. Already have a bunch of fabric covered notebooks ready. Oh, that's so cool. Hi, Joy. Jackie says, working on finishing last year's Rosa table runner from Qaqortoq. Found it while I was sorting and packing. Yeah, speaking of that, I have one that's not finished. And I thought I would do that as a UFO on a live starting in November, since I haven't bothered to do anything Christmas related. And this is in Christmas colors. So I'm going to save it for November and complete it on, I'll either do pre-records or I'll do it as a live. I haven't decided which way I want to do it yet. But either way, you'll see me sewing it together. Let me go back to the web page again, and let me show you the other blocks or the other rows that's already been released, so you get an idea what this quilt's going to be like. Okay. All right. Now I'm letting me share the screen again. Let me know if that screen pops back up again, babe. Okay, so I showed you June the 6th. Let's look at July the 4th. Okay, this one's called Into the Mountains. And as you can see, this is piecing, foundation paper piecing. And let me go down here where we can see what it looks like. This is what the paper piecing will look like. Isn't that cool, y'all? And it's the same thing. It walks you through all the different sizes that you need, or however you're going to cut the pieces that you're going to use as part of the piecing. And there's a print. There's a diagram on how you can lay this out on fabric. She likes to do that too. And right here it says click here to download pattern. And you can, let me see if I can actually look at the pattern. And you just print this out. And it'll tell you how many to print. So there's your piecing part. Okay, now let's go back. Uh-oh, wrong window. All right. And this is all written out, but she also has a video when you go to the website, and you can also go to YouTube's website and look up Sugaridoo, and you can also find the videos there without having to go through the actual Bernina page if you don't want to do that. There's also tips and tricks on what to do. And here's the video walking you through making the block. Okay, let me go back to the next one. Let's look at August. And this one's going to be piecing again, and this one is called Stars Align. There's a video for that. This is also paper piecing. And she did this rank. She's using light green triangles with medium green and light gray, you know, the accent. This is that accent color I was talking about. Or you can do it in the teal green colors if you want to do it in those colors. Or you can do it however you want to. I'm going to be colorful probably. Now, for this particular one, she's using tea paper. You can buy printable tea paper in the United States from anywhere, just about Amazon, the whole 9 yards. Or you can do what I did. I found over on Qaqortoq, they have paper piecing that's similar to the tea paper, and it works similar. And you just use your printer, or you can hand draw it on the tea paper if you would prefer to do that. And this is what the block looks like before you sew. This is before you sew it together, and then after it's sewn together. And you go through all the steps. And there's a PDF here like last time. And it looks like this, where you can print this out. And that walks you through all cutting the fabric, the sizes you need, the whole 9 yards. Talks about foundation paper piecing. There's a live video for August the 2nd for that as well, and how to assemble it. Okay, let's go back to the next row, which will be September. All right. This one is called Over the Hills. And this is the one that's going to really challenge me. You see these curves? This one's going to get really technical. She walks you through it in a video, like I said before. And this is, you can see here the example of this. And it walks you through on what to cut. And there's also a printable paper that you have to print out to do the curves. And this is what the templates look like. And definitely, if you're like me and are not a curve person, that you haven't done much curves or not at all, I'm one of those people. Watch her video, because she slowly walks you through how to do this properly. Now I will, when I get to this row, I'm going to video some of me doing it, but I don't know that I'm going to do it like a tutorial, because I'll be doing this for the first time. So you guys get to see me mess up big time. And I'm going to leave it on the video. If I mess up, you're going to see it on the video. I'm not going to hide it, because this will be the first time me doing this particular part of a challenge. But I feel like that if I stay calm, and if it's feeling stressful, I'll just put it aside, come back a couple hours later and try to do it again. I really think that if I take my time, I can learn how to do this and not mess it up too badly. It walks you through cutting it. You got a diagram if you want to do it based on diagrams. It's the whole thing, same thing. And this is what it looks like before you sew it all together. And then she just slowly walked you through doing it and what to do. And this tutorial, she writes like a blog style for the tutorial, but you can also watch the video. So there's that one. Let's go back to, and we got one more to look at, and that's October. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Something's happened to, this one's missing. Uh-oh, page not found. Okay, I'm not going to be able to show you that one looks like, but let me go look at the picture again. What did, it doesn't say what that month is supposed to be. Let me see if by some chance one of the other ones work. Nope. So the link is broken. I'll contact her and let her know that we can't view that pattern. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop the sharing of the screen and see if anybody has questions they've asked. All right. Hello, Gladys. Let me see here. Okay. What are all of y'all working on? Jackie says she wants to get it done before this year's is shipped. Are you all right? So let me do a poll. Start a poll. Okay. For those who are doing the cotton cut, okay, the table runner and or placemat. Table runner's not one word. That's interesting. Okay, and the Rosa Your Way Notions box. And then I think there was also a Rosa Your Way Stitch It. Let's see. Those of you who might be doing it. So if you've already placed an order for one of the advent boxes, answer the poll and we'll see how many's actually doing it. It'll be interesting to see. Okay. All right, let me get to sewing here. I've talked. How's everybody's weather? I know fall is here. So tell me in the chat also, have you had snow? Is it cold or does it still feel like summertime where you're at? And I'm going to get started. Summertime, yeah, yeah. All right. Move my mousey out of the way. So I've already marked a line through the middle. To show me where I need to sew the line. So I've already done that on some of these. Okay, and I've already done one side of some of these. You can see what it looks like for just the plain part of it. Okay, so let's get started on this. Andrea says she's been working on her channel mystery quilt along. She's getting ready to release more clues. She's trying to figure out how to set up a group email in Gmail so that I do not have to email everyone individually. Maybe I can help you with that. Not tonight, Andrea, but if you want to, maybe we could get together in a day or two and I can walk you through how to do that. When you're doing a mass email, though, you're going to need to do it using the what they call blind carbon copy. That way you're not sharing people's emails with other people. but it's really easy to do it. So I know what you're saying. You'll have to create a folder that has all their emails in it. I haven't done that in a while. Wow, Charlotte says it's 90 degrees in Texas. Dang, that is very hot for October. Charlotte says she picked the blues and silvers. I did too. I think that's the one I picked. So I'm going to do the Rosa Your Way batik box. And I'm also doing the table runner and the placemat one. I want to do the stitch it one, and maybe she still has some left over. I don't know if she does or not. I haven't gone to look. But if I could come up with the funds, I would like to do one of the stitchets as well, because I really like the stitch it kit. You don't have to think, you just make something. So if you signed up for the Rosa Your Way Christmas stuff, answer the poll for me. Wow, these people are still hot, honey. Phoenix, Arizona is 96 degrees. Hey, Andy, welcome to the chat. To the live. Are you driving today or are you at home?
Hi, Andy.
So Andy's someone I met on it's a chat channel, or it's a YouTube channel for small channels. And the person who's running this channel is called Tuber Chat. He helps smaller channels, gives great advice, shares the channels so other people learn about the channels to help them grow. So it's a really cool thing. And I met Andy in there, and I've been following his lives. He drives a truck. And let me see if I can find his if any of you are into watching lives of someone driving their big rig, this is the guy to watch, because he'll talk to you while he's driving. And it's kind of, it's interesting. I find it a little bit soothing just watching him drive down the road. I know that sounds funny, but I've enjoyed watching his lives, and he's really nice. And I've met some really cool people in this YouTube channel that I'm talking about. And yeah, it's a great way to get out there and network a little bit. All right, let me find him. He's Backyard Trucker. All right. I'm going to share the link for anyone who might be interested. Go over there, and if you want to follow him, subscribe to his channel so you can watch him drive his truck. And if you watch some of his lives, he'll tell you where he's at. He mostly does the Midwestern states from what I've seen. So yeah, okay. He's at home. All right, here's his YouTube channel page. I need to put that in my bot too. I'll try to remember to do that for you, Andy. I have a bot where I can put that information in. Andy. Okay. So if y'all want to, go over and have a look at his channel. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to chain stitch some of these blocks. And right now I'm pinning on one side. I'm pinning the snowball block on one side. And then we'll get started on sewing that. Then I will press and trim, or press and clip. And then we'll add to the other side. And then these particular parts, these few that I've already started will be done. And then I'll start the next set. So right now, that's what I'm doing, is I'm getting these all pinned on. And looks like I'm going to have to do some more marking of the small snowball blocks as well. So tell me about your weather. I think Jody at Marketplace Boutique is sleeping. Oh, okay. There's some interesting people that I have met in this YouTube channel, y'all. They're from all walks of life. Some of them are homesteaders. Some of them are truck drivers. Some are into different kinds of subjects. There's even one that it's called the paranormal. I can't remember the exact name of the channel, but it has to do with paranormal stuff. I also met a really cool couple who live in Alaska. They moved from Florida to Alaska. So I'm getting to know them because I would really like to do a contrast of what it's like living in Greenland versus living in Alaska. That's something I really would love to do with them. So I'm hoping they'll want to do the collab with me because I think it'll be fun. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and sew the center line down here for this stitching clip. Okay. I have a feeling that some of my followers are, hey, Joyce, how's it going? And Joyce says hi to you, honey.
Hi, Joyce.
Oh, by the way, Andy, you see the guy over there working on Legos? That's my husband. His name's Nikolai. Uh-oh, I need to repin that one a little bit. It moved. So he's working on a train for those that just came in.
The Merce train.
I wish we'd have had a chance to buy that Merce ship that Lego had.
You'll be disappointed.
Really?
You saw it too when we were in Japan.
Yeah, but it was pretty big. You didn't think it was that big? You mean the Lego one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it had a lot of pieces to it.
Seeing it in real life? Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, we were lucky. We'll tell you the story. So basically, as most of you know, Nikolai works on a big 75-meter. How long is it, Qaqortoq? That's the one you were on.
70 meters.
It was a 70-meter factory shrimp trawler that we were on, and it had to go to dry dock. And the boss told the officers that they could take their wives on sail if they wanted to. So I flew to Nuuk, and I got picked up in Nuuk, and we sailed from Nuuk, Greenland, all the way to Skagen, Denmark. And then when we unloaded shrimps in Skagen, and then we sailed to Monkeybow where the ship was put into dry dock. And one of the things that I got to experience because I was with them is that the crew was invited to go see the new Maersk container ship for the first time. And
they call it Triple E.
It's called the Triple E. And that thing, how many floors did we go? Wasn't it 16 to get up to the deck?
16 up to the bridge, yeah.
Yeah, we had to go up 16 flights of stairs, which is 16 decks, to get to the deck, or the bridge is what he calls the bridge. And you could see all of Denmark up there on the bridge. It was amazing. That thing was so big. I was just blown away by how big it was. But it was a really interesting experience to get to do that. Okay, so what I've done is I've sewn the blocks, the little snowballs on here. I'm going to go over to the iron in a minute and press first, and then fold it over and press, and then I'll go ahead and clip it too, and I'll show you how I clip it. Okay, so this is what it looks like where I've sewn it on here. Hopefully you can see that. And what happens is when you do this, you are going to flip it over, and it makes this little half. After you do that, though, you got to clip this extra piece off. So I'll show you what that looks like here directly. Hey there, Jody. Welcome, welcome. It is fun. Hi, Sean. Sean says the Lego Titanic looks pretty neat. Yeah, we want that one, but oh my gosh, that thing is so big. Oh, I think I missed sewing on one of them.
It is big.
How many pieces is in that one, baby?
Can't remember, but it's big.
Really huge. And we did see it this last time we went through Denmark, and I'm hoping the guy still has it the next time we go through in January, because we're going to Denmark in January. he has it. Maybe we can buy it, honey.
We'll see.
Unless you got something else you're more interested in doing first. How many of you guys know what country designed Legos? Where they originated from and still originate from? Let's see how many knows the answer to that one. How you doing, Jody? And Jody also has a channel. Let me go hunt her channel. It's Boutiques, Marketplace Boutique. Yeah. I don't understand. It used to be you could put your mouse over the top of somebody's name, channel name. Oh, there it is. Go to their channel. Open link in new channel. Uh-oh, where'd it go?
Got too many windows open.
I think I do. All right. Marketplace Boutique. Okay, I'm going to share her link also. All right. Nope, not Germany, not Switzerland. Keep trying. I thought it was an American thing until I moved over here. And then when I got corrected, I'm like, oh wow, I didn't even know that. Anyone know the answer to that?
I know.
Nikolai knows. He grew up with them. You want to tell him, honey?
It is a Danish product.
Yeah, Linda Parsons said Denmark. Yep. Yep, there's a Denmark product. That's where it all started. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to press these. So you want to tell them what y'all do at Christmas time when you're having to work this year? Nikolai will be at sea during December and part of January. That means that I will be here by myself for Christmas, New Year's, and our anniversary. So, honey, why don't you tell them what you do for Christmas as a crew while you're at sea for those two holidays?
On the 24th, which is our Christmas day for us, it's the work part. We're still fishing till around say maybe 1 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then we stop it, dragging the fishing gear, pull them up. Then we produce everything we can within until 5 o'clock. And around till 5 o'clock, every work ceases. So we would have a little freshen up, like say shower time, so on, before the dinner time. At 6 o'clock, everybody's having a dinner, singing Christmas carols and so on, and of course there's a rice pudding contest too. There's a bowl, 2 big bowls that will be filled with rice pudding, and inside that pudding there will be a whole almond, but it will be white. So nobody will nobody will be able to see to find the almond. The winner gets a prize too for that. After that, there's a candidate comes on board, of course, give us some gifts, and around 9, 10, 10-ish at night, everybody presumes back to work again. Kind of like a normal day.
Honey, what kind of food do they serve as Christmas dinner?
Ooh, but it depends on the cook. It could be that he makes some lamb, reindeer, ox, I don't know, duck. There's a lot of, like I said, it varies a lot. Depends on the cook, what he wants, or unless they have already made some agreement with the captain to say, we go to eat this and this and this, so on.
And what kind of desserts do they usually serve?
Like I said, pudding, rice pudding.
Just rice pudding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What do y'all do for New Year's Eve?
Of course, dinner, 6 o'clock. Then presumably work till midnight. Then we get at the bridge at midnight and what do you call it? Open up a champagne, do like an alcohol-free champagne, have a sip at it, then start to work again.
So he'll be gone for Christmas, and New Year's, but he'll also be missing our 14th wedding anniversary because our 14th wedding anniversary is on January the 2nd. And then we'll be 1 year away from 15, honey.
Yeah.
15? Where do you think that went?
I don't know.
It's like the time has gone by so fast. I can't believe that I am going to we're going to hit that 15 mark. I will, and if we make it to 20 years, I will have spent another quarter of my life with another man, so I'm really, really, so thankful and blessed to be in this man's life. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Joyce says, Katy Bug, we can spend these holidays together with you on YouTube. Yes, we're going to talk about the 2 holidays as well. Jody says, I'm glad you can celebrate it in a different way. Yeah, it's different here. Andrea says, howdy, howdy, howdy to those who missed my first howdy. And Andrea's, Jordy's saying hi to Andrea. And Joyce says, I love a good rice pudding. What do they serve with the rice pudding, honey?
Cherry sauce. You used to have it too.
Yep. It's similar. It's similar to like the cherry sauce that they serve is really close to what it's like if you bought a can of Comstock cherry pie filling that you put in cherry pie if you don't want to make it from total scratch. It's similar to the taste and texture that goes on top of the rice pudding. I think that it's a little bit of a darker cherry they use, but the taste is somewhat similar. Andrea says, my husband and I just celebrated 24 years on October the 1st. Congratulations, Andrea.
Congratulations.
I can't believe it. On December the 17th, my oldest granddaughter turns 13, you guys. I don't know where the time has gone, but when I first moved here in 2011, she was born in December, and I went to see her in 2012, and she was about 6 or 7 months old when I went to see her. And now she's about to be a teenager.
She's a teenager.
I'm almost done pressing, you guys. Okay, so what I've done here is you saw how I started out with this little block, and now I've sewn it on here on the corner, and after I pressed it, I went ahead and trimmed the back side off, and then you flip it over and you have another snowball, and it's going to end up looking like this on like it does on this end. So now what we're going to do is sew on the other side here. And then I'll show you all of these. Now, a lot of these blocks are, I forgot to mention, and I'll show you an example with this accent block. There's going to be a tiny little sashing on each side, except for the ones that go on the far edges of the row. Those will not have a sashing on that left side, but it will have this sashing on the right side. Okay. Now let's get to sewing on the other side. And I think I'm going to have to mark some more. Okay. I don't think I'm going to have enough marked ones. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I need to mark some more. So what I'm doing is I'm just drawing a line through the center of these squares so that I can see where to put the stitch line. A lot of people don't even bother to draw the line because they've been doing this for a while. And so they just eyeball it and hope for the best. But I'm still not to that position yet. I mean, one day I might get where I don't care and just do it, you know. For right now, I'm just going to do it this way. So that's what I'm doing right now, just drawing lines. And then I'll go ahead and start sewing them on. And we'll have at least 6 more of these done. Has any of you bought or signed up for the Fat Quarter Shop Dragon Fruit Quilt Along? Any of you doing that one? Because I signed up for it. Because I'm not a Tulip Pink fan, but I'm making it for my oldest granddaughter because I know she will appreciate the colors. Because she's turning out to be the little artist just like my daughter was. Not her mother. Her mother's the musician in the family. But her Aunt Lynette, which is my oldest daughter, is the artist. And she seems that he has talent. And so she started doing lots of art. Hey, Laura Lynn, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. And who else came in? Oh, Linda's left. See you later, Linda. Oh, hi. Bye, Linda. Okay, my husband and her. Oh, she says her husband and her has been married for 28 years. Wow, congratulations. I hope me and Nikolai hit the 20-year mark and the 25-year mark and the 30-year mark. Then I'll be old and decrepit by then, won't I?
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm pinning on the other side, and I'll show you an example here in just a minute of what I did. I like to pin because I don't want this little tiny block to move while I'm sewing that center seam. Okay. So here's what I've done. See how I pinned it? That's what it looks like. Good to see you too, Laura Lynn. How have you been? I didn't sleep very well last night, so I ended up taking a nap this afternoon, and I just left your live running on my laptop and ended up falling asleep. I haven't been sleeping very good lately. Actually, it's been a while now that I haven't been sleeping good. And now I'm noticing that we're getting dark earlier and earlier. So here in Greenland, and I'm sure that some of the northern states of the United States and Canada also experience that the daylight hours start shrinking. If you live south of the Arctic Circle, which is called subarctic, most areas will get about 22 hours of darkness at the height of winter solstice. And during the summer months, during the height of summer solstice, you will get 22 hours of daylight. And that's what I experienced here in South Greenland, because we are 60 degrees north, and that puts us to the south. And this one block looks weird. Uh-oh, it's not proper. It's funny how you can make one so right on the line and do all the right things, and you still end up with a little bit of wonkiness. But I am not worrying about it. This is to just enjoy the process. And by the time you put the sashing on, you're not even going to see what the problem is. Sylvia says she has a hard time with Tulip Pink, but only with the large prints. Dragon Fruit is the smaller print. Yeah, that's why I chose to do the Dragon Fruit too. I think it'll be simpler and easier. I don't know that I'll ever be a fan of Tulip. I like some of her stuff, like the one that has like the little tiny little print birds on it. Those are cute. But I don't like that big in your face animals, because I don't know what to do with them either. I wonder if you could do a one block wonder with those though. Laura Lynn is asking, what Lego are you building, honey?
Like train.
You show her the picture?
Got it.
Maybe put it up closer to the camera. Yeah, there we go. Of course, I could pin you too. Hang on a minute. Let me spotlight you for a minute. All right. Yeah, now they can see it. So that's what he's working on. What's the name of that train?
First train.
So they actually own trains too?
Like, probably, I'm not sure. It could be that Lego just made merged train, but
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You could get me out of this.
I did. Laura Lynn said, oh, heck yeah, I love me trains. Choo choo. Have you seen anything new that you want, honey, for this year that's coming out on Lego?
Yeah, there's some.
Joyce says, me too, Sylvie. I'm just not into her fabric. I do like her stripes on solids.
There's Orient Express coming out too.
Orient
Express.
Oh, I bet that one's going to look cool.
It is. Remember that crocodile train I had?
Yeah.
It's close, basically close enough like that, but longer.
Oh, we need to during the summer month when you're home, clear out everything as much as we can off the floor and see if we couldn't lay the tracks and then video you running the train all over the place. We should do that one summer. Yeah, Joyce, she is using Tulip for her daughter's quilt. Oh, Fran. Fran says, nice train. We have a bunch of the trains. One is the Harry Potter train.
I got a Harry Potter train too.
My husband.
I think I got two of them.
Oh, do you?
It could be one. I'm not I do have.
How many trains do you think you have, honey?
Close to 20.
That's getting quite a collection now, huh?
Yeah. I can take a tow when I'm done with books. They can take the train.
You mean the books?
No. No.
Will you still have them together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do a show and tell, babe, and I can spotlight you for that.
I'm done with this train thing here.
They would enjoy that.
And do you still hanging around here?
Huh?
Andy?
Andy, are you still in the chat? check and see if he's still around. Because I can do an at check and see if he's there. At backyard. Yeah, he's still here.
Maybe next go around when we do another live, I might gonna make your rake. Like I said, I'm still in your rake, you know.
That moved. Now I'm gonna have to go back and do that one again. It moved on me. Jody's asking what backyard, what Andy's doing too. Oh, it might be okay. Good. Let's get the rest of these. Jody has a great view of her backyard. Her backyard faces a lake. She's right there on the lake, closer to the lake than we are to our lake. I think that's pretty darn cool.
Nice, Jody.
Speaking of channels, let me see here. We need to share Andrea's channel. Mama J Enterprises is Andrea's channel, and she is a quilt pattern designer. And as she mentioned earlier, she's waiting on a picture from me. Honey, we got to get that picture done on the fence.
What?
Andrea needs a picture of that quilt top.
All right.
And I think there's some people in here that may not have seen this quilt. I'll show it again in a few minutes. Anyway, visit her and subscribe to her channel because you can help her out while she is designing quilt pattern. Let's see if this bot is going to wake up or not. There's Andy. Andy says Jody has really cool places for lives. Yes, she does. It's really nice. Okay, I just shared the channel for Mama J Enterprises. And let me show you this quilt real quick. I know I'm supposed to be sewing, but let me show it to you for those who haven't seen it. It's just a quilt top. I haven't put the border on it yet because I'm still trying to decide what color border I want. I'm almost leaning toward a really dark blue or either a black for the border. Babe, will you grab that Coke tote over there?
What?
The tote that we put Coke bottles in that we need to eventually return, I guess. Or
No, that's ours now.
all right. Here, let me spotlight myself. Okay. Let me show you Andrea's pattern again. And yeah. And as you can see, I can touch the ceiling up here, so there's not much. This quilt top is very good size. For those who have not seen it, this is the top half. And then what I'm going to do is just fold it over so you can see the other part of it. Ta-da! And this pattern is by Andrea of Mama J Enterprises. It's been done all in batiks. And like I said, I'm still trying to decide on what color border I want to put on here. Because I want it to look like a picture frame. And I think using a darker color would create that illusion. Since this is it looks three-dimensional. So this is my newest masterpiece. Thank you, Andrea, for letting me test the pattern. So if you're interested in making this quilt pattern, as soon as I get my picture of it, a good picture, I'm having difficulties with the weather right now. We've had wind and everything else, and I can't have this blowing around while I'm trying to take a picture of it for Andrea. Andrea will get the picture put on the pattern, and then she'll put it over. You're going to put it on your Etsy shop, right? Is that what you're going to be selling it on? So that's what it looks like. Thank you, everybody. Hello, Branka. How are you? Branka, do I say your name correctly, or is that bad? Or is it Branka? Which is it? All right. Jody says that's pretty. Thank you. Hey, Jess, how are you? Oh, speaking of Jess, me and Jess are going to be sewing together here soon, and we are going to be working on a mini quilt wall hanging project. And what we're going to be doing is the Seeds Patterns by Lori Holt, and they're of a flower. And I am seriously thinking about making, I'm only going to make the one during the live, but I think I want to make like 4 or 5 of them and sew them together side by side and make them into a curtain balance to hang up in my sewing room for when I finally get back in my sewing room. Hey, Deb S., welcome. Okay. Yeah. Are we going to mess with that before you go back to work?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some of you might not know about this. The room I'm sewing in is not my sewing room. Oops, I forgot to turn the spotlight off. It's not the sewing room. I am sewing in the living room. And the reason I'm sewing in the living room is because not quite a year ago, we had a bad weather hit our town. It wasn't they don't consider that a bitter rock when it comes from the south, right? So this wind came from the south, and it was hurricane strength. It was probably at least a Cat 2, because when you walk out the door, every time a gust of wind rolled through, it would almost knock you off your feet. And the neighbor, I had been sewing the weather when the wind's like that. I kind of get anxious, so I can't always relax. So I was in the sewing room sewing, and I'd been sewing all day long to the point of exhaustion, and my eyes were hurting. So I decided to stop for a little while and go lay down and take a nap. And I laid down about 8 p.m. that night to take a mini nap because I wanted to get back up because I was working on a project. And I fell asleep, and I was awakened by what sounded like a bomb went off. And my brain, because I was in such a deep sleep because I was so tired, and I'm pretty sure I was having a dream, because when I wake up from a dream, I'm really lethargic, like I've been drugged or something. It's really odd the way it does. So my brain thought it was a bomb, but also I thought I heard breaking glass, and the 2 dogs were going crazy in the foyer. And I'm like, what the heck was that? So I'm walking out thinking, first thing I'm thinking is maybe the roof got pulled off because we have a small porch off our front door that covers over, and we have a glass we have a door that's like half the door is glass. And I thought maybe the roof had come off and crashed into the front door. But when I walked into the hallway, I couldn't figure out, well, the door doesn't look broken. And I pulled away the curtain to look outside, and the roof was still there. And I'm standing there, and I'm not comprehending what's really happened. What really happened was the neighbor's trampoline was picked up by the wind, and there's these steel poles that are on the top of the trampoline that used to hold a screen that goes around the trampoline. And so she still had like 2 left on it. The wind picked it up and slammed it into the side of our house. One of the pipes went through the window, and it went through the window so hard and so fast, it literally shattered the window into a trillion pieces. And the other part of the other pole went through through the siding of our house into our house. Only I didn't notice that when it first happened. And I didn't realize that had happened. So when I'm standing there like, well, what the heck was that? I feel wind going off the side of my face, and I'm like, where's that coming from? And I turn around and I go walking in the sewing room. I didn't even see what was going on in there because I was tunnel vision more or less, and I was half asleep. So when I walked in there, when I walked in there, I felt something crunch underneath my feet. And I was walking through the middle of glass. So it had shattered the window and it had blew it all out into the sewing room. And you could see like a little tornado going on in the sewing room. So everything that was on top of the cutting table, on top of my machine that I was working on, I had more than one project out. All of it was being whirled around the room and then sucked back out the window. So that happened. It'll at the end of the month, it'll be a year. At the end of this month, in a couple days, it'll have been a year that happened. It's taken an entire year for them to fix that wall. So we decided to not put the window back. We made the whole wall solid because our neighbor turned around and bought a bigger trampoline. And I just don't want to go through the trauma of that again. So I still haven't moved back in because we still have a lot of work to do in there. Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Andrea says, I have one that Nikolai will really like. It is also 3D and it's woven pipe. Oh, cool. We'll have to check that out for Andrea. Laura Lynn says, gotta run now. Marcus says, dinner's ready. Big hugs, everyone. Thank you for your time, Katie and Nick. Thank you for coming, Laura Lynn.
Enjoy the meal.
Andrea says she's working on a Bargello. And Jess says you can set up a group or email in Google. Yep. And it will work in Gmail. Yep. And yeah, Jody, it's a big mess because it triggered my PTSD because I suffer from that. And it triggered it. So I've had a hard time even wanting to go in that room. I went in there yesterday and did a little more. I've been like going in there and spending a little time in there doing little things, but I think before Nikolai goes back to work this time, we're going to try to go in there and get a little more done. Because I have an idea of how I want to reset the whole sewing room so it's different. Because now that we don't have that window to deal with, that means now we have a whole solid wall. That means that Nikolai can put shelves up for his Legos in part of those walls. So I'm really thinking that's a great thing that he can, because we both you know, he calls it the craft room. And you know, a lot of times how we spend time together is he will be working like what you see now with this during this live. He'll be working on Legos and I'll be sewing. And we usually will be listening to an Audible. And right now we've been working on the Anita Blake. What book are we on, baby? Because he's never read the books. So we decided we'd start from the beginning. And for the last year, we've been going through the book slowly but surely over time. And what's the name of the one we're doing right now?
You want to hear it? Do you want to hear it?
It's not a bad word, is it?
Yes.
Oh, it's called Kiss the Dead. So what book number is that?
Book 18 or 19.
Yeah, book. It's either book 18 or 19 of the Anita Blake book.
Book 18.
All right, so I've sewn these snowballs on here now. What I'm going to do is go press them first. Then I'll come back and trim them off. And then I'll show you what the finished product looks like. What are you pacing around for, huh? So while you're waiting on me to come back, tell me what not everyone's in the United States. So those that don't, because I know a lot of countries don't have Thanksgiving. So what holiday are you looking forward to coming up that you're getting your mindset, your A game on to start prepping for? What's your favorite holiday, or which holiday are you raring to get started on? Now I'm going to trim these with my rotary cutter. Babe, how long are we into the?
1 hour and 10 minutes. 9
Okay.
minutes.
All right. Let me know when it gets to be close to 9 o'clock. I want to try not to run past 2 hours. I'm trying to wean myself off of this 3-hour thing. I know people will stick around for the whole 3 hours because they love sewing. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this back over to the iron and finish pressing it. And Andy and Jody, what do you guys do for the holidays?
I would love to fire some fireworks at sea, but I can't. It's against the regulations of rules.
Not because of all that fuel on that boat.
No, it's more like if you fire some fireworks at sea, that would mean you are in jeopardy or in
In
risk.
trouble.
Or in
Oh,
trouble.
it's like an
Yeah.
SOS.
Yeah.
Ah, got you. I guess that would make sense because that's what they used for the Titanic.
We do have flares, you know. And if I'm not mistaken, when we are starting having lecture down in the harbor, you might see them too.
Oh, they'll be shooting them off.
More like flares, yeah.
So, this year, tell them about what you're going to be doing down at the harbor.
Before I go back to the sea, I have to go through a course that has to do with with us. I mean, for the safety seafarer thing, where you have to go through every 5th year so you can be part of the team on board. It's a course where you go through a safety measure course so you can be still be part of the ship.
So it's kind of like if the ship was sinking, it would be like a drill.
Yep.
On how to get everybody off the ship, right?
Yeah. And let's just say that you have to know how to flip the life raft if it's flip upside down.
Will you be doing that on the first day or on the last day?
Probably on the last.
So what I'm going to do is when he'll know, I'm sure within a few hours of when they're actually going to do the jumping in the water thing and doing the what did you call it? The rescue dinghy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a lot. Yeah, the life raft. I'm going to go down there and video it so I can put it on YouTube. Okay, so let me show you what one of these looks like. So now this is what this looks like. Now what I'll do is some of these are going to have sashings on both sides, and 4 of them will only have sashing on one side. So right now I have made a total of 1, 2. Well, let me show you all of them because I did different colors of yellow. So there's this color, this orange yellow, or yellow orange, whichever you want to call it. This is another shade of orange yellow. And then there's this really pale color yellow. And so I have to make 16, and I'm just rotating the colors because I didn't want to do all just one color. So let me see how many I have now done because I have to have 16 all together before I can start sewing them together. So, 2, 4, 6. I have 13 made so far. Okay. Now we're going to come back over here, and I need to mark some more of these little snowballs. And let's see what's being said in the chat. Hello, John. Welcome. John says, hello, Heartlight and everyone.
Hi, John.
All right. Hey, Kristen. Welcome, welcome. Kristen is another from the tuber chat channel I was talking about that helps small channels become more, help them grow by talking about how to become, you know, bigger, and how, and it helps the channels quite a bit out as well.
Hi, Kristen.
And I'm going to share Kristen's channel as well. Okay. And hers is called Bella's Whisper Farmstead. She has a really cool channel. I've been over watching some of her videos. It's very interesting what she shares. I've gotten where I've taken a liking to quite a bit of the homesteading channels. All right, so this one is for Kristen. Oops, I don't spell her name first because I got my fingers in the wrong place. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. This keyboard drives me crazy. All right. There's her chat channel. Go over and share some love if you want to. And have a look at what she has to share with everybody. Hello, Sylvia. Sylvia says they are taking a 4-day ferry south to see family from Alaska. Oh, that's awesome. Take lots of pictures and let us and show us. You can share them over in the Greenland Quilter group if you want to. I'm more than be happy for that. Kristen says spend time with her kids, baking and watching movies. That's what she's going to do for the holidays. Andrea says she's having trouble getting videos made just because it takes an entire day to make and edit, and I have too many other things to get done right now, so I do not want the participants to have to wait. Hey, it's a job editing videos. It takes me hours because I'm not good at it yet either. So you just have to go with the process. Katie, I'm really looking forward to our project. Me too. I can't wait for us to do that because I think it's going to be fun. Have you picked your fabric out yet?
Nora, enough.
It's okay. She wants to say hi too. I'll pick her up and let her say hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. See, I gotta have my say in this, you know. Say hello. Can you say hi to everyone? Huh? Can you say hi to everyone? Oh. This is Nora. She turned 6 in December. See that tail? That tail's always going. She is Miss Happy-Go-Lucky. She does miss her big brother, though. But she's going to get a new sister in January. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how the two work together.
The on the other hand, and not sure about it.
Nikolai's a little like, oh my gosh, he's going to have 2 of them following him around like a shadow. 2 of them wanting to get in the bed with him instead of just one. Jess says she's trying to, she's looking forward to the project and she's picked some of her fabrics out and she's trying to go outside the box and use batiks, trying to channel my inner Katy. You know what we could do is you could do batiks and I could do cotton since I don't like doing cotton. And Andrea has subbed to Kristen's channel. Thank you. She will appreciate that. All right. Now, let's get over here and get these little squares marked so I can start sewing some more. I thought about doing batiks that way I could make a, like I was talking about, turn it into a valance with a window. Because I think that would look cute hanging up on the window. So what I'm doing right now is I'm marking a center line on some more of these 1.5 by 1.5 blocks or squares that are going to be snowballed on the end of these rectangles. And since this is a batik, I don't have to worry about what side I put the line on because batiks don't have a back or front. You know what I mean? Sometimes the top of the fabric will look brighter and more, I don't know, vibrant than underneath. And then on some of them, you can't tell the difference whether it's the front or the back. Where's your ball at, Nora? Go find your ball. Where's your ball, girl? Go find your ball. Go find that big green ball. Where's that ball at? Where's your ball? Find your ball. We've discovered that Nora likes balls. And try not to take that out of context. Yeah, she is cute. Thank you, Jess. Oh, Andrea says, I got a kick out of your homecoming video. She was not a bit excited when Daddy came home, laugh out loud. That was to you, honey.
Yeah.
She's talking about the video of you with Nora.
Yeah.
She almost jumped off of him. I was like, oh my God, she's about to crash and burn, but Nikolai grabbed her just in time.
Yep.
She gets excited and she's, you know, because she's a standard Dachshund. Believe it or not, when she's wiggling, it's hard to hang on to her behind. And she wiggles her way up your body. I don't know how she does it, but she does. She's just this bundle of happy joy.
Right. Pretty done. I mean, part of it.
You got parts of it done? Show them what you got done so far, baby, and I'll spotlight you.
It's already done.
All of it's done? Okay, let me spotlight you so everybody can see. The other train that you need to move it in the camera, baby. We can't see it.
This is the kind of like a terminal worker trailer thing. And removable like that. Of course, train where I can have 2 more containers in it like this, or I can remove the centerpiece and just put this one. Yeah. Funny, yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
That's really cool, honey. What are you going to work on next?
I don't know, but who was that? Was it Andrea that said they have a hot water train?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna show them my trains.
Okay. That's a good idea, babe.
That means I need to pick up my turn.
Okay, and I'm going to take the spotlight off until you come back. Okay. Let me get a few more lines drawn and then we'll go ahead and start sewing some more. Let me see here. Jess, when do you guys get your next vacation off from school due to Thanksgiving? What dates are y'all gonna have off? Hello, Giovanna. How are you? How's the weather in Italy? Has it cooled down yet? I think it's going to be interesting going to Denmark in January, especially since I'm going to rent a car and we're going to drive to Qaqortoq to see his dad while we're there. His dad, he's doing really good after everything he's been through. So for those that don't know what's going on, his dad was diagnosed with esophageal, and I might be saying it wrong, esophageal and stomach cancer. And he's been through 2 chemotherapies. He had to do a surgery. And they did something else. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but so he's having to relearn how to eat food differently than what he's used to. And he lost how much? He lost 11 kilos, which would be about 22 pounds, I think. And but he's doing pretty good. He's in remission currently. So there's that. So since we're already going to go to Denmark anyway to pick up the puppy at the airport, and because Nikolai didn't get to spend the holidays with us, we're going to do a little few days in Denmark kind of vacation. Linda says, love your train videos. My son is always asking if Nikolai has put anything new together. I have my name on a list to get the Lego Jawa ship when it's available. You know what ship he's talking about? The Star Wars
Java.
The Legos Jawa.
Java the Hutt?
Yeah.
I know. No it is. No, look, you have seen the movie many times, right?
Yeah.
Remember when Han Solo is about to be struck down to the
Starlock or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Tarlac,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
That aircraft, that sand dune aircraft thing they're driving in, they have made that kind of big one out.
Big like your other big one?
Yeah.
Don't you still have that one in one piece? That other Star Wars one, the big ship one you made?
Or have you partial dismantled.
Oh, you dismantled part of it. Okay. All right, I'll spotlight you to show your trains. You want to do it here or in there?
What?
Yeah, let me spotlight you so you can show the train.
As you can see, this is Toad, and I got the trains. Good.
Oh no, she's saying no, the Jaw ship from shark movies. Oh,
that one, yeah. I know what you mean then.
I didn't know they made one for that.
They made one.
That's too funny. You'll have to take a picture of it, Linda.
It's look awesome.
Giovanna says she hasn't watched Star Wars in so long. You have got to watch The Mandalorian. I think the newest season of Mandalorian is going to come out next year. I don't know when, but I wish they would hurry up and get it because I've gotten pretty interested in The Mandalorian. I didn't know whether I would like it, but I like it, and I also like what's the other one that they've been doing? Osaka. Did I just say her name right? Osoko. That's her name. I like that little mini series too.
Andrea, this is the Hawkwood Express train.
We need to do a video of all those trains.
Yeah.
Before you leave. Maybe we could set both those those long tables up side by side, and then you put all the trains on it, babe. And do it right there in the middle of the living room. I mean, the kitchen floor. Okay, so I got for it.
Santa Fe train as well.
You know, you and I have really expensive hobbies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Move. Move. So you guys have probably been noticing I've been having band-aids on my fingers a lot lately. I keep cutting myself. So this cut that I have on the bottom of my finger. Oh, that's a cool looking one, honey. Jess says she's got to go eat. Talk to us in a little bit. I'll try to remember to show you my fabric today before I go to bed. That would be great, Jess.
Enjoy your meal, Jess. This is the mirror frame that I had done already. But let me see. Seventeen trains, to be honest.
That's including the one you just put together?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're getting up there in numbers.
Yep.
How many trains do you think that Lego has actually put out?
I don't know. I think I saw someone make a comment like every 4th year there's a train or 2 coming out.
Oh, that's all they do is every 4 years?
Kind of something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they came out with one every darn year.
Now that we have a Hogwarts train.
Have you showed all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna unspotlight you now. Andrew says, just be thankful he has a hobby as expensive as yours. My husband does not have any hobbies and he drives me crazy when I'm trying to concentrate. Plus, he is jealous of all of my YouTube and Facebook friends. I understand what you're saying, and that's sad that he's making life hard because you have friends and a hobby. I don't understand jealousy from spouses when it comes to people and hobbies. Oh, I made 4 of these. Oh, I missed one, I guess. Oops.
The one that I did, I'll let you pick up the one that I showed you.
You didn't show one?
Yep.
Are you guys enjoying the live tonight? I know I've been absent for the last 3 weeks.
The one that I didn't show is this one. It's okay, you didn't have to highlight.
What's the, oh, wait, oh, hang on. Let them see it because it's better for them if they see it full screen. Hold on. Because some of them are looking at this from a phone. There we go. What's the name of that one?
I think that was called Crocodile Locomotive.
Is that like from Crocodile Dundee or something?
I think it's just the name of it.
Oh, okay.
The one that I was talking about, the Orient Express, I think they would make it like this, with a standing. It would be like a,
Oh, that'll be cool.
it would be a long one.
That way you can mount it on a shelf if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I forgot. I thought I did 4 of these, but I only did 3. So let me add this 4th one and then we'll start with the next side. If it'll stop moving on me. Giovanna says in Italy, 17 is a bad luck number. Oh, that's not good.
I think we have, I think I got 18. The one that's still in the US.
Yeah. Jody says it's been fun hanging out. Thank you for coming. And Giovanna says, be careful with your fingers, Katy. Yeah, my fingers have been taking quite a hit. The first I cut it on a rotary, I cut this one on my rotary cutter. And the way I cut it was really dumb. Then a couple weeks ago I cut it with my knife. And then this that I just did 2 days ago, I was washing out I have these Pyrex glass measuring cups. and I happened to just run my finger along the spout, and I didn't see that the spout had broken. So when I ran my finger over it with my finger, I was taking a sponge and rubbing it, and my finger got cut because I didn't know that the spout had broken off. So I'm gonna have to be more careful because I can't be slicing up my fingers like that. Hey Joe, how are you? Andrea says she's got to go take care of the bunny. She'll be back in a bit. And Linda says she likes that train too, and um, so does Jody.
Which one?
The one you just showed, yeah. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm just using my little seam roller to gently press it open or press it first. Then I'll go over to the iron and use heat to just secure the seam. And then we'll start putting the snowball on the other side. Okay, before I forget to mention this, I think I might have mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I know people have come in since then that didn't hear me talking about it. Me and Nikolai are planning a live. We'll probably do it in a couple of weeks, a week to 2 weeks. I haven't made it. I haven't decided on what day. I want to do it on a night I think most people have time to come and watch. We are going to do a video that is about Greenland. It was brought to my attention, why haven't I done a video talking about what it's been like as an American living in another country like Greenland, and what it's been like with the transition for me moving over here, and how I've had to adapt to the way of life here. And also we're going to talk about culture here. Nicola's going to talk quite a bit about the culture as well. We'll talk about some folklore stories, and I have some books that I'm going to share with you guys on some of the folklore as well. And you can actually buy some of these books from a bookstore out of Nuke. And also, you might find them on Amazon. I need to go take a look. I'll have that all prepared before we start the live, so I can share the links should I be able to find some of them on Amazon. And we're basically going to talk about my moving to Greenland, how it's been for me living here, talk about the way of living here, the things that I can't do or can't get my hands on, and what it's like being in a country where there's no roads between settlements, villages, towns, and cities, and how we get around the country. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about the way Greenlanders migrate up and down the West Coast. I don't know that there's a lot of migration on the East Coast as often as there is migration going up and down the coast. I think that because Greenlanders came from people who were migrators, followed their food is what they did. And so I think it's in their DNA that sometimes they get a little bored and they'll move to somewhere else in Greenland. And, it's pretty interesting. So the live is going to be all about that. So I'm hoping all of y'all will come and listen and learn a lot about what we can share and, and share when I post the link, share the link with all your friends. So, come on over, all of y'all, and let's share together, things about Greenland. There's a lot of things about Greenland that a lot of people don't know about. When I moved here, I never learned in U.S. history that Greenland was under the United States protection during World War II. How many of you knew that? And how many of you didn't know that? I surely didn't know that. That was not taught in my U.S. history class. And we studied World War II quite extensively because it was most of, Joel will laugh, but I don't really find, or I didn't find history all that interesting. So a lot of times I would sleep through parts of it in high school and in middle school. Middle school, we were forced to take civic classes, and that was the most boring class on the planet. I slept through most of it. I barely made it out of the class. I had a D. Let me see if he's still here. Andy, are you around? Nikolai has something to show you. Did the light just go out?
No,
What was that?
I don't know. Glitch.
Yeah, he's still here. Andy, we have something to show you. So that's what we're going to do. You don't have it built right now, though, do you?
Nope.
That could be your next project on the live. Build the truck. That will really I bet that would make Andy's day.
Like I said, Andy, I've stolen your rig. It's right here.
It's a joke about stealing his rig because it looks like a Peterbilt. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you just to remind you guys that we're going to do that. And I will make sure, yeah, it's a semi. That's right. Jody says, a semi backyard trucker. I put it back up there so he can see it again.
Go. I've stolen your rig.
Oh, my husband. Never a dull moment.
Nope. Never.
But he found something that that I want from Lego. They finally have a glass house. Andy says he started assembling Legos again. Yay! You got to share those with us. If I thought I could keep up with a Facebook Lego group, I would set one up, but I just don't think I could keep up with it. And trying to keep everybody behaving themselves, It's hard enough trying to keep a quilting group straight and keeping people from thinking they could come in and sell things because they're trollers. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm putting the snowball block on the other side. I'm thinking about going ahead and pinning one on the other side at the other end so that I can just turn around and flip this around and sew the other side and get some of this chain piecing going on. I really love chain piecing because you can get so much done in short order. These little tiny blocks are so tedious. Hey, Michelle, welcome, welcome. And Michelle says, hi, Nikolai.
Hi, Michelle.
And she says, wow, look at that Lego set. Hello, friends in chat.
Take a boat.
You have time to put that truck. Well, we only have 15 minutes left. Is that enough time to build that truck?
No, that's not enough.
I didn't think so because you have to round up the parts, right?
How would it matter?
Hey, why don't you show them what you got? Came from your nephew's house.
Oh, these.
The little show and tell of your mixed up stuff.
Yeah, well.
And I can spotlight you so you can share it.
Well,
So
My big sister contacted me that she wants to give me all her Legos. Because her kids are no longer playing with them. So she asked me if I wanted them. And of course, yeah, I can have them. And those that you can see right here in front of you right now is like this. The boat. And, I got 3 boats. A lot of small stuff here. And of course, these 2 totes here. And that one here. These are the Legos that she had given me. Because they no longer play with them. It's mix of everything that is in here. There are some few instruction manuals here that I can try to build. It's more like mechanical. Create a set that is airplane or the so there's don't have the front cover for that, but it is construct boat, a small helicopter here, and kind of what do you call it?
Oh, it's a aquatic. Crap. I don't think it's called an aquatic plane, but it's water plane or something.
Mismatch this product together to make you have fun. It'll be fun to build them. Try to sort them out first.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they can. I'm sure they can see it.
Michelle says, Linda, I love the look of that Jaws boat.
You need to see that because
She posted it?
no, it's in the Lego page.
Oh, okay. I'll go have a look at it. All right. Anything else I missed? Nope. Okay. All right. So we're getting close to knocking off for the night because I'm trying to keep myself at 2 hours and less. So we're getting really close to that 2-hour mark. So the next time when I come back on the live, the plan is for this Sugaridoo month 1 block or month 1 row. What I'll do is I'll finish putting I've already shown you how I had to put the snowballs on each side of it, and I'll get it done on the other end. And then what I'll do is I'll in a video I'll make a little short video of me putting the sashing on and sewing the whole row together, and then I'll post it over on my Facebook as a short video for that, because I think what I'm going to do is when I do that, I'll share that on a short video along with I'm going to be starting a block a month, and it's not going to be it's just going to be me doing a tutorial on how to make a block. So one month it'll be a video saying how to make a friendship star. The next one might be how to make a 4-patch, or how to make a 4-patch, 6-patch, 9-patch block. Or, see where I'm going with this? How to make a pinwheel, how to make an hourglass block. And it's just going to be a short little how-to tutorial of how to do it. And some of the videos might incorporate what I'm working on that month as well. If I'm working on a WIP or a UFO, I'll either share pictures of what I've been working on by putting them in the video, or I'll take and make a little itty bitty short clip and add the clip to the video. So the plan is next year I'm going to try to be better about trying to get off my butt and make tutorials for the channel, because I really haven't pursued that, and also an update, babe, in the bedroom.
Elder.
You know that little purple box I cut in half and put a bunch of little blocks in? we need to revisit something real quick that has to do with October since it's about to be a year. It's that Cotton Cuts little purple box that I cut the top off of.
This one?
The purple box that was sitting on top of it. So anyway, let me broach this subject real close, okay, or real fast before we run out of time. Most of you know what happened in the sewing room because I brought it up tonight. So I went in there yesterday, and I know you're going to be shocked that I actually went in there and did something. Purple. Babe, look at me.
I know, purple.
This. Remember I cut the lid off of one of these? Anyway, one of the things I am definitely going to finish, I'm going to probably do it on a live. I just need to get the backing prepared for this. But y'all remember this. This was in the sewing room when the accident happened. And it's been on the wall all this time. So I finally took it off the wall and took it out and shook off the glass. And so I'm going to do a partial piecing on the backing so that I can put a quilt label on it. And then I will baste it. And then on a live, I'm going to quilt it with you guys so you can watch me quilt it. This pattern is by Becca of Sew Becca. So this is going to be worked on. And I'm going to get that. That'll be one of the lives that I will do for the, you know, as finishing out the year. I also went in there and I pulled out a few things. I think he's having trouble. Hold on, I'll be right back.
That purple box and should find it with big.
Okay, so some of you were think back about some of you were with me in October of last year, and I was starting a quilt along called the Friendship Star Quilt. And I'm sure most of you remember me starting on it because I had a design board set up with the quilt blocks on it because I was gonna teach y'all how to make the Friendship Star Quilt. Okay, and then the accident happened, and then PTSD kicked in, and so I avoided the room like the plague. And so that tutorial that I promised doing with you guys never materialized. And I'm sorry about that. But we all know that sometimes life gets in the way and our mental health gets affected by what's happened. And of course, mine was triggered. And I just couldn't go in there. So I went in there. Y'all will be so proud of me. I went in there and I dug out all of my Friendship Star pieces I've already sewn. I pulled all the papers off of them after I got all the glass off of them. I also pulled out the fabric that was being used for the Friendship Star right here. I have all of that and the glass is off of it. It's best. I believe I've got most of the glass off of it. So here's my plan. I'm going to go ahead and pre-cut all of this, the rest of what needs to be done so that I can sew them onto the half square triangle paper. I'll sew them on the half square triangle, but I'll do like a small video of me doing that part of it and get it, get it done, and it'll end up being pieces like this. You've seen this before because I've shared it with you. And then what I'll do is once I have all of these done and they're all in this format and I've got them pressed open for you to see, I'm going to take the portable design board that I had in there and change it with new flannel since I'm pretty sure I'll never get the glass out of that flannel. So I'll replace it. And I'll finally do a tutorial I'll show you how to put the blocks together by putting them on the design board. And then all you'll have to do is, if you decide to make it yourself, then you'll know how to set it up so that you can keep organized. The other thing is I talked to Becca the other day, and I asked her if she could make a math app, because remember, I did this from, I didn't have a pattern I was doing it from. I just decided I wanted to make 3.5-inch half square triangles, and then the solid blocks that go in the center, which are these squares. These are 3.5 inch. So when you sew these half square triangles to the solid block, you're going to have the right size. So all you would have to do is decide on what size half square triangle you want as an unfinished block, and then you make the squares that you're going to use with it. So if you want to do it as a 2.5 inch, you can do a 2.5 inch, a 3 inch, a 3.5 inch, 4 inch. And as long as you're making them that size, there's really not that much that goes into it. It's more about making sure you turn the triangles in the right direction to get that friendship star. But Becca's going to design an application so that you can plug in the size half square triangles you want to use for a friendship star quilt, and it'll tell you how many of those half square triangles and how many of these squares here that you would need based on the size of quilts you want to make. So if you want to make a twin size or a throw or a queen size or a king size, it'll tell you how many of these you need and how many half square triangles you need to make that friendship star quilt. So she's going to do the app part of it, and then once that's done, I will share that along with the tutorial on how to do the friendship star. And then you guys, the sky is the limit. As long as you're this is the two things you need to make a friendship star: solid blocks and sewn together half square triangles. That's all it takes to make that beautiful friendship star quilt. That's all. You don't need a pattern or anything to do it with. And you need a way to lay your blocks down so you can make sure you're turning these triangles in the right direction. So that's my plan of attack. So let's hope I'm thinking that I'm going to be working a lot with this in November. And definitely while Nikolai's at sea, I will spend time working on it. And maybe I can get it done by New Year's Eve day. And don't forget, I'm also doing a 12-hour live on New Year's Eve. Make sure you bring your UFOs, your works in progress, whatever you want to work on, and hang out with me for 12 hours. Also, I will be giving away prizes, as I've told you before. Those modern maker boxes that I have been doing tutorials with and showing what comes in the box, the leftover fabric that is left over after I made the block, some lucky winner is going to get one of these. There will be 6 of these to give away. So be ready for that. And also, if I can make it to the 2,000K milestone for subs, I will give away 4 $25 gift cards on New Year's Eve, and you get to pick who you want the gift card from. And then I'll go over and purchase the gift card. You'll be filling out a form, a Google form, and I will put a list of where the gift cards can come from, and you choose only one of them. And if you're a winner, then you will get that $25 gift card. I'm hoping that I can get Kim in on, maybe she'll donate another grand prize like she did last year when I hit the 1,000. Last year she donated a full small PMQ kit. Maybe that can happen again this year. I've got to talk to her about it. So stay tuned for all of that. And I'll be updating you as time gets closer to New Year's Eve on the 12-hour sew. So make sure you tell everybody. And as soon as I probably will start setting up the advertisement of it on November the 1st. I'll put a thumbnail up along with a banner up about it. And there'll be a link for the YouTube part of it. And I would also, if any of you who have channels, or if you don't have a channel and you want to hop on YouTube during that 12-hour to sew with me, please do that. Members of my channel, you are welcome to join definitely join the Zoom on the 12-hour live. Let's have a good time on New Year's Eve. So let's start getting our thinking caps on what caps on and think about what all the things we could do for New Year's Eve while we celebrate the milestone of going from 2024 to 2025. Okay, that's all of my housekeeping. The only other housekeeping I guess I should mention is Thomas and Blaze are okay. Thomas is in the middle of attending a rehabilitation for jobs. It's like a vocational rehabilitation worker that's working with him. They're going to be working with him on how to interview better, how to do, it'll be teaching him all these things that he needs to learn because of his learning disability. It will definitely help him out with that. They're doing okay. I'm a little concerned that they don't have heat in their house yet. So they need a couple of small electric heaters to put in that apartment. So we've got that to deal with. But outside of that, they're doing fine. And that's where I am on updating you with them. They're doing okay. So thank you all that has helped with donating to the cause of Thomas and Blaze. They still need things for the apartment that they still don't have, but with 2 hurricanes and with the current state of affairs and worldwide with the inflationary issues, it's hurt a lot of people's pocketbooks. So, and I understand that. So any little bit that's been donated has helped them, and I'm so appreciative of that, and I thank you for that. Does anyone want to ask any questions before I shut down? Honey, did you want to say anything?
Well, no, but see you the next time.
You want to come over here and show them your shirt?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, look at this shirt. Hang on, let me spotlight it. He came home wearing this shirt. Check it out. Look at that. See if you can get closer so they can see it. It's a walrus playing a guitar. We need some shirts like that to make quilts out of.
The reason I got this shirt is that one of the group members wearing that, so I kind of like that, and because of it came from this.
Oh, it's from the Sissy Moot Festival.
Yep.
So these are all companies down here on the bottom.
Oh, the band.
Oh, these are names of the band. So how do you say Buku? Bugu?
Buku.
Bugu. And then Nanook. What's the next one? It starts with a K. Kimernot or something.
Kimernot.
Kimernot.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Look, you guys. This is a Lego horse. So what's supposed to go up here? A saddle or something?
Yeah.
Or a Lego figure?
Yeah. Or I could just close it like a real horse,
Oh, that's really cool. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming to my live tonight. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please help me. I really want to make that 2,000 mark by either Christmas or at least by New Year's Eve, so I can give gift cards away, and share my channel with other people. Do whatever to help all of us small channels, because there's many of us small channels. We all have to stick together and help each other out to help make it grow, because we have to work really hard to get where we want to get. Now, I don't have any expectations of getting to 100,000. That's not my goal. But if I could make it to 5,000 within another couple of years, I feel like that would make the channel more secure, and I wouldn't worry about it so much. But right now it's struggling a little bit. Plus, it doesn't help that I've been in a funk and not wanting to make videos, and then a hard drive being damaged. That's not helped my psyche much either, because all of my stuff is on that hard drive. And I don't know, I'm going to have to find an online site to see if I can send it, and hope and pray that they can recover everything that's on it. Otherwise, all of my stuff is lost. Everything from this summer that we've done together was on there. All of my YouTube stuff is sitting on there. I'm just beside myself on it, and this was a 1 terabyte hard drive. and it was half full. So you can imagine if it was 500 gigs sitting on there of nothing but videos and pictures, and it just, my life is on that hard drive, and I am very upset about it. So thank you for coming, and have a great night. Make sure to live, laugh, love, dream. And what do you do with all of that? Create something. So thank you for coming to the live. Have a great evening and a great weekend, and see you on the next live video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Guess how many views